which we need to start with. If you're God, what do you do with eternity? You're all-knowing. It's just you. Congratulations. You can never experience surprise, thinking of an idea. Everything is already done. So you play this eternal game of hide and seek, where you divide yourself out. And each one of us is a piece of God, but we're not God. Okay, there is individualism to each of us. It's kind of like space, and I don't mean like air or, I'm talking about the actual space. So think of this. Think of a street, and it's got multiple houses on it. And inside one house is a space where a family lives, and that space would have its own story about the family that occupied that space, the four walls, if you will, that occupied that space. The house across the street would have its own story about the family that lived there. I'll even go a step further and say something happened to a house and it was destroyed, but a new house was built there. But the space remains the same. The space remains the same with a new house. And it's got new stories, but it's the same space. So there's a house here, there's a house across the street, there's a house down the street. How many different spaces are there? There's one big space. Each fragment of the space has its own story to tell, and by its own right has individualism. However, there's really just one big space.